Hello everyone, welcome to the, hang on, let me get my light on here. My light, oh, I'm a ghost, hang on. There you go, that should be better. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 25 here of this Ottawa Senators franchise mode. You might be noticing that I'm wearing a crazy attire today. I'm wearing my Sens jersey, and then above that is a suit jacket. For those who have not read the title yet, this is the last episode of this Sens franchise mode. It's our 10th season, and I said it would go 10 years. I thought it would only be going 8. I thought we had enough to win a second cup. We never had that. Last year we missed the playoffs. We ended up getting the 11th overall pick, but our scouts failed us, and I got a good player, but I wish I got better. Or I wish I was able to know how good he really was. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll get into that in a second. So this is the last episode. I don't think I put the playlist in this description for this series, but you could go on the channel and click on the playlist if you want to watch all the previous episodes. We started out really small in this franchise mode. It was back in December when this channel was really small, and we didn't have a green screen. We didn't have a light. We had my webcam, my Mac webcam, my MacBook Air webcam. We didn't even have this proper webcam I'm using right now. We didn't have that. I had my mic, and that was it. I had my mic. I had my my capture card, and that was it. No light, no webcam. That's it. That's all. And now we're here, green screen and all. We've had way more followers than them now, and we're here. We've made it to here. We've made it in this position where we're at the end. But yeah, no. So I did the off season. I said this in the last episode. I'm doing the off season on my off time, and that was that. All right. So I did do it, and as I mentioned, for anyone who was in the whoever was in our FIFA live stream yesterday or our Sens watch along last night, you know some of the things that I said. We brought back some old faces. I think one old face. We've also brought in some old names that you might remember. So that is just something to know. So obviously this is our last year. 2030 is our 10th year all time. For those who don't remember, last year we fired our head coach Jamal D'Agostini after a crap start to the year. He's actually still not hired, I think, if we go to hire staff. Let's see. Yeah, there he is. So Jamal I'm going to write down his record because his record with us is basically my record too. What's going on, Alfie? How you doing? So he had an overall record with us, 376, 252, and I ran out of paper, 62. I'm going to write that down better. Hang on. Move my phone over here. Get my phone out of here. 376, 252, and 62. That is, you're very happy today, Alfie. That's good. I mean, Arsenal got a decent draw in the Europa League. Might not talk about that much though because we can get this episode done. So there's Jamal D'Agostini. We fired him after a couple of after basically almost just under halfway through the year last year. So we had to let him go, and we hired our new coach. As we go down here. We hired our new coach, Laurent Gauthier, and he had an all-right record with us. He had a winning record with us last year, but hopefully that will change this year. Now, you guys are probably wondering, what is the lineup now like? What is the lineup now like? And like I said, we brought back some old faces and some old names you might remember. Speaking of which, he's right there on the fourth line. Alfredsson, not Daniel Alfredsson, not the Senators' all-time player, all-time point leader, almost game leader by one game because Chris Phillips, point leader, goal leader. No, this is Mats Alfredsson. I don't know. The game does not have that relation. It's not siblings, but they don't have that relation to person thing like most games or some games do. But Mats Alfredsson, he's only a 79 overall, and he's playing here on our fourth line. So here's our team. So this year, we were actually really lucky here. We got a +3, a +3, and a +3 chemistry, which is really good. We have Tippett, Stutzla, and Gens on the first line. Braden Tracy, I think I brought him in. I think I signed them. Yeah. No, did I? Or am I dumb? Yeah, I brought him in the offseason too. So Tracy will be centering Reinhardt and Jamison Rees. Ruzicka will be centering Elijah Andrews. And this guy as well, Milan Zuccala, who I've also brought in as well. And then Kukkonen centering Alfie and Mikheyev. So there's our top line. Now here's where we get back to the former people that we might remember. Eric Brandstrom, Jet Wu, Thomas Chabot, and Kevin Ball. Alexander Alexiev. We have not seen this guy in a very long time. He was only here for I think season 2 and season 3, I believe, of this career mode, and then of course Brent Schneider. But Alexander Alexiev is he's been a very interesting player. So obviously, but he didn't play for us. He didn't play for the Sens. So yeah, in year 2 and year 3 he played for us, but only for Belleville. Then we traded him to Pittsburgh. So he played with Pittsburgh. He's not played a full year. He's never played a full year in the league. And let's look at this though. The past 2 seasons he's played 3 games, and now he's going to get a starting role on this team. So how about that? Then obviously in the goaltending wise, we have Rod Corso in net, high elite, and then Ty Primo will be getting the backup role as we said goodbye to Philip Gustafsson after his bad 2 years. Alfie said he was supposed to get a hamster today, but I was sleeping a moment. Benfica almost won. Harry the hamster, Alfie. There it is. So that's basically our team now. There's not much really. What else would I want? I should have wrote down what I wanted to go over. I know there's one thing for sure. Owner marketing, that's all dealt with already. Don't worry about it. No, that's really it, actually. There's not much to really look at. I think it's just mostly getting to the year. This year, we're just going to be going through on the calendar sim. We're not going to be doing any live. I mean, unless we reach the playoffs, but we're not going to be doing any live simming in the regular season. It's all just going to be calendar sim, and that's it. I think I should probably check the I don't think there's not a lot of big contracts signed. I think. Was the Brancham signing? I think we signed Stutzla. Yeah, Stutzla's now with us until he's old. We'd have to re-sign Tippett. Reinhardt as well is in a couple of years. Reinhardt and Chabot are in the same year, which that will be very interesting to see. But yeah, so it's just a whole bunch of stuff I did in the offseason. Did I sign Corso in the offseason? I think. Wow, look at that. No, I signed him to a big long contract. Jesus, Alfie. So yeah, that is basically what happened in the offseason. I think that's mostly it. Our draft was all right. We'll check out the AHL side here. I don't know if that player I've drafted is playing, but is he? I don't think he is. Hang on. No, he's probably is he still in the CHL? Hold on, I'll check it. But Our top draft pick name was Biggs, I believe. Biggs, Biggs. Where is he here? Here he is. Looks like he's still playing he's still playing. Reed Biggs. He's already 72 overall. So I'm actually very pleased with this draft pick. We picked him at number 11 there, as you see, and he's still playing though with Regina for at least a year or two. So that's what's going on there. So there's nothing really much, like I said, to look at. I will mention this though. I did look at the 3 players that are closest to 1,000 games. Well, there's really only 3 that you could really count because Stutzla's still at 500 plus. Brandstrom's at 600, 500 plus as well. So there's 3 players that are really close. Jake Guentzel, Sam Reinhart, and Thomas Chabot. Jake Guentzel is 45 games away from reaching 1,000. Sam Reinhart is 6 games away, and Thomas Chabot is 72. Funny enough, his number is 72. So entering this final year, if we look at our calendar, Reinhardt 6 games away. That would mean that this game right here against the Chicago Blackhawks will be his 1,000th NHL game. Oh, Alfie knows the merch shop. Yeah, you know what? It's just something small. I haven't really talked about it yet. I haven't really announced anything yet. I did get a practice shirt, you could say. I don't know. But I haven't really talked about it yet. I'll get into it later, but yeah, no, we do have a merch shop, but I need to set it all up still, so I'm still working it all out. But I'll let you guys know when it's ready to go. It is technically ready to go, but I'll let you know when it's really ready to go. So Sam Reinhart against the Chicago Blackhawks, unless he gets injured, will be 1,000 games. I will say this, middle of January, somewhere in this will be Jake Gensel. I did not count 45, but you could count back from 82 down 10 to get 72, and I do believe it was on the road, wasn't it? I think it was this game against Pittsburgh, or was it? Anyways, it will be in March. Will be the final, or the 1,000th game for Thomas Chabot. And we still have him for 2 more years after this, so we should be able to probably beat the record that is set by Chris Phillips, I'd say. So why don't we get right into this year, as we're 10 minutes in already. Once again, I said we're simming by month over the calendar. We're just going to see how it all goes. Obviously, injuries, we're going to have to stop and pause and all that. So let's get right into it. Let's head now to November. And so let's see how we do with this new lineup, new coach, new everything. Boston, we win 5-0. First game. That's fantastic. If Corso was starting in that game, I will say this. That's his second career shutout. He only had 1 shutout last year and 1 shutout in his entire career. All right, 5-1 loss at home against... Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right so far, I say. I think, yeah. Oh, there goes. We lost in Reinhardt's 1,000th game there. Oh, we've lost back-to-back games. That's not good. That's 3 straight. There it is. Win against Detroit. Yeah, no, the merch shop is there, Alfie. I like I said, I'm still working out all. I have to set up my PayPal and everything for it to work. So, oh, some of y'all can see some of the outside of my green screen. All right, my bad. Wait, is that? No. All right. So after the first month, we're 4-4-2. Owen Tippett has 11 points. Not bad. Tim Stützle has 11 points. Branch with 10. How is that Alfie doing? How's Alfredson doing on the 4th? He's on the 4th line. He ain't going to get much. Yeah, he got 2 points. Goalie work. Corso's got a shutout. 902. He's doing all right. This is an all right year. But remember, this is not a team... Listen, I want to see something for when we do Seattle. For when we do Seattle next week. I want to see if I could do something with the like, not the salary cap, but more of the, like, just the overall salaries of players. Like, it gets to a point where when you get into your last year, that's a Belleville player, when you get into your last year, players want nearly 20 mil per year. And I'm sat here like, whoa, calm, slow down. I don't have the money for it because people want $20 million in salary, like the best players. But the thing is that the league salary cap doesn't move fast enough. It doesn't go up high enough that you could have a player with 20 mil that wants 20 mil, but then use all your other players. Elijah Andrews out until November 25th. All right, and that's what it is now. There's a player I think wanted 14 mil. I'm like, I don't have, like... I'm barely... Oh, Kastelik is our extra forward, I should mention. Nah, he could fit there. Unless Rustica wants to. Nah, put him there. So, it's kind of like screwed up a bit. Like, the salary cap doesn't move fast enough. It doesn't go up high enough. Ilya Mikheyev is out. Oh, we need a forward. We need to go to our roster moves. Like, it doesn't move up high enough that you can have a team full of good players. So literally, when you, like, I've done it before. All right, go on, Alfie, do it. Go check your hamster. Like, it gets to a point where injury is a no waiver. All right, it gets to a point that in your later years, and it's happened before. I've done a career mode last year. Obviously, it's not on the channel, and it's not. I didn't record it, but I did the career mode last year, where I went 25 years. Oh, and Aaron Andrews is ready to go. Okay, well, then why? Go to rosters. It gets to a point where, I somehow was able to. Work out a team, but it gets to a point where, oh, I did not want that. I wanted this. I'm already screwing up here. it gets to a point where the computers can't have teams that are good. Like, it gets to a point where the computers teams are like mine right this year. Like, their bottom line is full of 70, 79, 78 because they all want the cheap salary. You know, it's not good. We're doing all right actually this year. Eric Branstrom's out till December 9th. Oh boy, so we're out of Mikheyev and Branstrom. Like, it just sucks. So here comes Ulf Landeskog, our backup. By the way, he actually fits the top line. Extra attacker. Why is Branstrom on the extra attacker? I'll put Thomas Chabot because he's not on the top line technically. Look at this. We're actually doing not bad. Jamison Rees is out till December. Oh my God, the game does not want us to win right now, apparently. So I do have to bring Drury back up. So, yeah. No, it gets to a point where the computers can't have a decent lineup. And I'm serious. It gets to a point where they can't have a good lineup that they could, you know, can I make, bang bang, there it is. Where they can have a decent lineup and they all suck. Speaking of not sucking, we're doing good. Where are we at? We're second in the division. Oh my God. We have something to deal with here in the upgrade and maintain. I upgraded everything, but we're probably going to run out of money. It doesn't even matter anyways, like I mentioned, because this is our last year. It doesn't matter what I upgrade at the end of this year. It doesn't matter. But why did I go here? We're flying here already in December. Branch with 26 points. Stutzla with a point per game. Gensel right under him. Reinhardt right under him as well. Look at this. Zuccala in 25 games has 23 points on the third line. I don't know how to play this game or anything, so I can't. Hey, that's all right, Alfie. That's all right. As long as you're here, that's okay. All right. It's the same thing as Darnell, who is in here sometimes. Darnell's like, I have no idea what sport you're playing, but I'm just gonna go Jet Wu. I've always had a problem with Jet Wu. 2 points. He's on the top defensive pairing. God dang. How's our goalies doing? Primo's doing all right. My God. All right, so here we go. We're going to go into the January now. Like I mentioned, we're just going to fly through this year, and then we could look at some of the players in the end. Obviously, this is not some players that were, you know, we've lost some players on the way. Brady Tkachuk, Colin White, Josh Norris. You know, those are some of the people that I could think of. So, you know, that we could look at those. We could look at how they're doing now. I think Brady's gotten better, which is kind of a slap in the face to me because we all know. I'm going to keep Drury here just for now, just to see in case someone gets injured. Okay. Alfie's loving it right now. Oh boy. Branstrom and Mikheyev are good to go, so here it is. So starting next week, we should be back, not with Ottawa though, we'll be doing Seattle, the Seattle Kraken. We're going to be doing a career mode, franchise mode with Seattle Kraken. That will be on Tuesday. That will be next Tuesday. We'll be doing that live stream, and it's going to be a whole new thing. We're going to get rid of Ottawa. This Ottawa file is going to be gone. We're trying to win the cup here, actually, in our last year. But, and Mikheyev's injured. So, this will be our, yeah, so next Tuesday we'll be back with Seattle. Now, you serious? Branstrom got injured again. Oh my God, are you mad? Jesus. We have had back-to-back losses here. Ooh, Jesus. Tampa Bay's had her enough. We're already done playing Tampa Bay already because we got him one more game and that's it. Kevin Ball's out to these injuries. These injuries, man. Oh my God, I have to bring up a defenseman. No. Make more roster moves. I have to bring up a defenseman, but who's our Kuvanen? All right, here comes Kuvanen. We're having problems here with the injuries. which I'm not really enjoying, because we're doing good when we don't have injuries. But what? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I brought up Kuvanen. I'm keeping him until we need to make a change. But anyways, Eric Branstrom's back. Good. But we've had 4 straight losses here. Not too pleased about that. There it is. Nice win there. It's a hot streak and a low streak for us. Tampa Bay, can we get a win again? No. The Lightning have had our number. And then there's another defenseman that's injured. Oh my God. In my Seattle, I don't know if I turned it down in this save file, but in the Seattle save file, there will only be 25% injuries, because I find it's an issue, like as you're seeing right now, that the injuries fly in at massive rates that don't make sense. Like, it's terrible luck. It's terrible luck in the case as if your team has 3 players out with injuries that bad. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense that that's the case. So we will be just turning the injuries down, because it doesn't make sense. There's rarely a situation in the NHL where 4 good players on your team are out with injuries. So you get me. All right, 21-15-2. That's good enough for the second wildcard spot, although it is really close. Tim Stützle is leading our team with over a point per game. Good lad. He's on his new contract as well. Owen Tippett's right there as well. Gensel, that's our top line. Branstrom. This guy, look at this. Zuccala. Zuccala's doing the work, man. I tell you that. Andrews, Tracy. How's Alfie doing? Alfie's got 10 points. All right, the Jet Wu finally got some points under his belt. Goalies, check on the goalies, 17-4. So Primo's doing fantastic. All right, what's going on, Alfie? He's back, got his hamster. Hammy the hamster, baby. That's a sick name. So now we got to play Toronto here on January 1st. I don't know what we're going to do with the trade deadline. Again, it all just depends on if... it all just depends on the trade deadline if we're doing good. And then there goes Ty Primo. So we got to bring a goalie from the AHL side, which would be Laurent Daigle, who has, I think this will be his first NHL game. I've never called him up, I don't think. So, how about that? Laurent Daigle going to be getting the and then there's the Sidor and we beat Toronto 8-2. Kevin Ball is available. That's good. Happy with that. That's big Kevin Ball. For those who don't know, Kevin Ball, massive guy. Like he's massive. All right, I'm gonna bring down that other defenseman now. I think this guy Kuvanen even doesn't even want to go back. He doesn't want to re-sign with us in the offseason anyway, so I mean, doesn't matter. I'm not doing it anyways, so how about that? I might, in my free time come back to the save file and do something if I can. It's Harry. Yes, I did. I did because you said it before. I saw it. Don't worry about it. I saw your message about Harry the hamster. So back-to-back games here. We got double wins. That's nice to see. So Thomas Chabot should be playing, Gensel should be playing his 1,000 games somewhere around here. But we're on a roll. We are just on a roll. Wow, look at this. You know, I always rip the calendar sim for how bad it is, but this is absolutely making us look good. Did what's his face ever play a game? Daigle? Oh! He had a shutout! Do I ever wear my merch? No, I've not. I've not yet because, you know what? My mom is like my personal assistant, and I talked to her about the shirt, and she says, "Okay, we'll set everything up when I go home in 2 weeks." So by over the next 2 weeks, I should have something. I'll have something set up. The shop is open for anyone who wants to go look at stuff. I think you could buy something, but I'm gonna say don't buy anything yet, because I don't know if it's fully set up. So wait on it. Wait on the shop, but it should be coming soon in the next couple of weeks. I do have a shirt, actually. I can show you guys right now. Hang on. So, honestly, it's so basic. My mom was like, "You should have like a design, like a cool design." I'm like, I don't have a design thing. I don't have anything I could design with. Like I haven't really done anything that's like super, design like I haven't said. I mean, I've said some cool. I thought about doing like the scoreboard for the Sens big win over the Leafs, but. So this is like, I mean, it's flip, but here's one of the shirts I got. It's just the logo. It's literally just the logo. It's actually a nice feel. I wore it a couple of days ago, or well, last week, and it felt comfortable, felt nice. So this is all I got. This comes in multiple colors and all that, but we'll get to that. I'll show it off when I want to. So yeah, but in the next couple of weeks for sure, I'd say. So we are cruising right now. We're in the division lead. Owen Tippett has 50 points. Let's check the standings, or the stats at least. Stützle with 49. Right, like this is been a really good year so far from us. Corso's having a great year. I mean, his save percentage ain't that bad, or it's not good, but overall it's doing all right. Oh, my legs are hurt. We are first in the division by 1 point. How's our power play doing? 20%. All right, it's all right. It's mid table. Our penalty kill is the best in the division, which is rare to see. So, bro, still GGDU because I wanted to put up a merch store. I would not even know how to do it. So, it was pretty simple, honestly. I looked, I did some research on, who offers like kind of the best merch stores and all that, and I found one. It's Teespring, and so I looked at that. And I made some designs. I'm like, you know what? Let's go forward with this. I just have to set up a PayPal. That's really all I have to do. All right, can we keep it going? The streak going? We did. I mean, we've lost one there against Vegas, but there's our first loss in a while against Arizona. But we're doing really good here. Tim Stutz is out till February 19th. Oh, boy. That's not good. That's our main center. So in comes Kastelic. I will probably have to change the lineups up here. I'd rather have Rustica, man. I'd rather have Rustica on that top line. We lost to Boston there. But he's available to go right away, so that's all right. That's all good. Tim Stützle. I don't know if I re-signed him in the offseason I just did yet, like a couple of days ago or not, so completely lost on that one, but whatever. Winnipeg, got a loss there, so that's 2 straight losses. Okay, there it is. We got the win against Montreal. That's good. Win against the Devils. Pittsburgh, we get the win. That's also very good. Boston again. We lose against Boston. Boston's had our number. So we are here at the trade deadline. With a really good record. I'll get to it in just a second. This is gonna be the last upgrade I can make. I'm out of funds. So I'm not doing owner mode in Seattle. No, I don't have to make a lot. It's designers. It's just a print T-shirt, and then I think that's what you're trying to get at. And honestly, I made the designs, and then when you order one, they send you, or they print the picture on a T-shirt. Basically, they scan it onto a T-shirt, and then they send it to you. So we're at the trade deadline here, and honestly, this might be another year where I'm just like, you know what? What's the point of doing a trade if we're doing so well? I mean, our goalies are doing fantastic. Primo's being a fantastic backup. The only thing I have a problem with is like Jet Wu. He's our top defensive pairing, and he's not doing anything. So maybe I go out and find a top. I mean, I'll enter the trade deadline as a buyer, and I'll try and find a top defensive player. But either than that, that's it. We're gonna enter as a buyer. Enter trade deadline. Let's find a top defenseman. A defenseman that can play on our top line for Jet Whoop. Nathan McKinnon. We're interested in Nathan McKinnon. Are you sure about that? Wow. They really think we're interested in Nathan McKinnon. Nope. Ratu. Nope. Zach Werenski would be fantastic. But they want a first line forward. Charlie McAvoy. Second line forward. Actually, let's see Charlie McAvoy here. Was he fit all defensive pairing? So that won't be. That's a problem there because that might not end up being a +5. Although I will say that it probably could end in a still even a good rating no matter what. Zach Werenski fits on D pairing 3. Okay, so let's let's go for a Charlie McAvoy. Let's try and fit a Charlie McAvoy here onto this team, and I hope it doesn't screw anything up. All right, so Charlie McAvoy, come here. And the only thing I think I want to offer right now is, where's he at? A Jet Woo, even though they do not want a Jet Woo. And we'll offer them a pick, a pick in the draft. I just got a ding. Hang on, let me mute myself. There it is. We'll offer our second round pick. We'll offer our third next year. Trade rejected. All right, let's offer our second for next year. How about that? There it is. There it is. So Charlie McAvoy is coming to our team. I hope I just traded Jet Woo. I'll be definitely... Okay, I did. So bye-bye Jet Woo. In comes Charlie McAvoy. So we are loading up here on the defensive end. Definitely offensively for us. That's really good. Nathan McKinnon, eh? Where would Nathan McKinnon even fit on our roster? No, he barely would. He'd fit on our top 6 lines, but there's no point to getting Nathan McKinnon. Matthew Tkachuk. Is there anything else that's saying that we're interested? No. Honestly, I'm happy with that trade. So let's leave with Charlie McAvoy, and now we have to add him to the lineup. And hopefully, he's a good pairing with Brandstrom, because it would be definitely good if we could do such a thing. It's taking a while to load because it has to load all the trades that happen like this. Atu Ratu went to Winnipeg. Wow. It's cool. Peter Mrazek for waivers. He's a 76. No, thank you. I mean, what are his numbers, though? Not bad. But no, thank you. I'm good with goalies. All right. Let's go fix these lines up. Please, for the love of God, have Charlie McAvoy be good. No, see, don't tell me they reset the damn lines. Oh my God, I have to do this. All right, let's see it. Do I have to pull McAvoy up? I do. I have to pull Charlie McAvoy up from the lower level. There you are. Edit lines. Go here. Go here. Charlie McAvoy. In you go. Please. Oh, it's a plus bloody 3. It's a plus 3, but I think it's all right. I mean, it would have been better if Brandstrom was a... But it should be good. He hasn't been all good this year, though, Charlie McAvoy. But it's a plus 3 on the defensive end, so it doesn't really help, but whatever. We'll deal with it. All right. No, this ain't happening. I love how it resets, like, best lines, but, like, the best lines ain't even all that good. That's the lines I had, didn't I? Yeah. All right, so we're good. So we got Charlie McAvoy in the trade deadline. Whatever. It should be all good. We should be all good to go. We might be hurting a bit defensively now because it's not a +5 as I thought it would be, but that's all right. So let's head now into the month of March. All right. Into the month of March, where this will make or break our season right here. So let's see it. First game against Charlie McAvoy. We're doing good right now. It looks like. Oh, we gotta set our season tickets. Doesn't really matter, but go to the marketing budget. Oh, for God's sakes! I did that by accident. All right. We're hanging on to second in the division. Owen Tippett's out till March 28th. That's top line. That's not good. But Kastelik makes that top. I'd rather have that. Now I gotta switch all this up. And then here, let's put Charlie McAvoy out there. Why? We'll put Charlie McAvoy out there on defense because he can play on the. I know he can play on the offensive side of things. Extras, 3-on-3. Let's go with. Tracy, why not? Let's go with Tracy there. Yeah. All right. So here we go without Owen Tippett till the end of the month. We're losing here. Owen Tippett's back. That's good. That's good news because it looks like we need him. We've lost a couple of games here. I'm not too pleased about that. We've lost our spot to Toronto in the playoffs here. Okay. So we're ahead on Toronto here by 3 points. They have a game in hand. We kind of lost it there in the month, but that's okay. We need to. Well, if we beat Toronto, I think that basically puts us at the top of the division, or at the top of on top of them for the playoffs. So here it is, Colorado, game 1 here, get the win. So that should clinch us a playoff spot. It does. Scarbelly, do not care. Toronto, this will probably clinch home ice. If we win, we do. So that should clinch us home ice for sure. Owen Tippett's out till April 14th. Are you serious? Are you actually serious right now? Oh, for God's sakes. Of course it's Owen Tippett. Of course it's always Owen bloody Tippett too, eh? It's always Owen Tippett. Like, I'll tell you what. I say this, and I always say it, I should have traded Owen Tippett a long time ago. So, alright, there goes the regular season. And we are playing... Of course, it has to be in our final year, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh my God! So Sam Reinhart had 76 points. Tim Stützle followed up with 73. That's, I think, his best season overall. Jake Gensel, who's a bit fallen off, but he's got 69. How did McAvoy do with us? So he's done better because he only had, in 61 games with Boston, he had 13, and he had 12 and 20 with us. So he did way better here. Corso had 33 wins. Bit shaky, but Primo was a solid backup. I'll tell you that for sure. And even Laurent, when he came in, I forget his name. When he came in, he was really good. So we were 48, 28, and 6. 102 points. Again, we never won our division. We never won the Atlantic Division, which is absolutely jokes. Our power play fell off heavily there at the end of the year. Our penalty kill, once again, it's not that stellar, but we were overall not bad. Overall not bad heading into these playoffs. We don't know the awards yet. So let's check out the playoff matchups. So on the west side across there, that's Dallas versus the Chicago Blackhawks, the Jets versus the Coyotes, the Canucks versus the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Oilers versus the San Jose Sharks. Above me at the top, the Rangers versus the Penguins, the Habs versus the Flyers, us against the Leafs, and then the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Buffalo Sabres. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Canadian teams. We're just missing Calgary. Calgary did not make it. Let's check out who had the worst record in the league. New Jersey. Where's Calgary at? Speaking of which, Edmonton won the President's Trophy. Look at the Canadian teams. Out of the top 5 Canadian teams, wow, look at that. So we were the 3rd best team in the league. What happened to Calgary? Did they barely make it, or they wow? Oh my God, they would. Well, technically they would not have made it, but they were so close, so close. I think the only other year we had all 7 Canadian teams was that was back, I think, when we won the Cup, or the year before that, or whatever. So here we go, Toronto. Let's check out their roster. They don't have Austin Matthews anymore. I know that for sure. Kaminsky, don't know who that guy. They still got Mitch Marner, William Nylander, Middlestat. They have a good lineup. See, this is a situation of a good lineup. Defense wise, they have a better lineup than us. They really do. But goalie wise, oh no, they do not have good goalies. See, this is the thing. Teams have great lineups, but then as soon as they get to the goalies, it's bad. All right, so here we are. We gotta set our prices. We gotta change our prices, right? Because it's playoff time, right? Don't forget to do that, boys and girls, when you play this game. Don't forget to change the prices of your stuff. Marketing budget, don't need to care about. Don't really need to care about there. So let's hop right into these playoffs here. Toronto Maple Leafs versus us. And Owen Tippett's available to go game 1. That is great news right here. Great news off the jump, as Owen Tippett's going to be back and ready for game 1. I swear, if he gets injured one more time, I'm going to lose it. All right, here it is. Game 1 at home against Toronto. The Battle of Ontario. Gensel gets the first goal. Tippett gets 2. Zuccala gets the 3rd, and it's a 4-0 win in game 1. I said this, and it's another thing I noticed actually heading into 25 years, down the road, in the career mode. I mean, we're only in year 10. I should remind everyone of that. But when I've done 25 years, teams have great rosters. Teams can have all 80 overall rosters, but then as soon as you get to the goalies, they're like 60 set. Like, they have crap goalies. Game 2. Oh boy, they came out flying there. We couldn't get it. 6-3. It's not a good end to that first period. Yeah, no, look, 3 goals in 3 minutes. But Tim Stützle gets on the board. Aaron Andrews as well. Yeah, not a good first period there. That first period hurt us there. So we're heading to Toronto 1-1. Not bad. All right. Once again, this is the last dance. This is the last dance of this Ottawa Senators team. All right. Game 3 in Toronto. Nothing. Overtime. Nothing. Second overtime. We get the goal. Ilya Mikheyev scores against his former team. And there it is. I don't think we got Ilya Mikheyev, though, from Toronto. Did we? I know we got him in free agency, but I don't think he spent his last years in Toronto before the free agency period. I don't remember that. But anyways, here we go. Game 4. That was a double overtime appearance for us against Toronto. Gensel gets the power play goal. Tippett gets a goal, and we hold on for the win. Stützle with the game winner, 2 minutes and a half to go. Wow, that will hurt Toronto there for sure. Stützle scoring goals here. All right, Game 5 back in Ottawa. We're doing all right. Here it is. Reese with the goal. Oh, my God, they scored 2. Oh, my God. 5 minutes to go. 2-1 there, Game 5. Heading back to Toronto for Game 6. Scary hours here for us. Come on. Just finish off these Leafs. Just finish them off. We win the Battle of Ontario, man. Just finish it off. There it is. Tip it with a goal. There it is. Mikheyev and Reese, we get the 5-1. That's it. Shabbat ends the series right there. Tip it with another goal as well. Tip it with 2. And we are off to the second round. As in the last dance, we come out on top against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Do we know who we're playing? We do not know. It could be either the Sabres or the Lightning. It will be the Sabres. So it is Chicago versus the Phoenix, Arizona Coyotes, not the Phoenix, and the Oilers versus the Canucks. So there will be a Canadian team in the conference final in the Western Conference. On the east side, Rangers versus the Habs, and us against the Sabres. So there we go. Tim Stützle is leading our team with 10 points through 6 games already. Fantastic stuff. All right, let's check out Buffalo. Buffalo has had a good roster over the past couple of years. I think they won the division last year, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check out their lineup. Olofsson, Nakamura, Timashov, Hintz, Eichel, Eddie, Thornton, Roy. They don't have a good bottom 6. Defense, they don't have a good defense, and goaltender wise, they got Einefeld. All right, so they got a mediocre team. We have the better team for sure. I'd say we have the better team. So let's head right into this Game 1 against Buffalo at home. All right, here it is. All right, Rosehill. We get tie the game up. Kukanen, and we get the overtime win too. Elijah Andrews gets the goal as well. So fantastic stuff right there in the overtime winner. Game 1, fantastic. All right. And the Habs won as well. Imagine the Habs Sens conference final. That'd be crazy. All right, Game 2. All right, they're coming out flying here after Tim Stützle scored on the power play. Can we come back? No, we do not. Eddie gets 2 goals. They had us there. Wow. Whenever we scored, they'd come right back. That's what that felt like. All right, well, here we go. 1-1 series here. Going to Buffalo. We held on to a 2-0 win there. Fantastic stuff. Charlie McAvoy gets the goal, and so does Braden Schneider. The defense getting it done. Great. All right. Are the Habs up 3-0? The Habs are up 3-0 in their series. Oh, my God. All right. Game 4 in Buffalo. We can head up. We have a series lead here. All right, Nakamura. Oh, boy. That's a tough one there. Oh, tough game. Tough game. Nakamura gets 2 goals. Tied 2-2. Was that Graves? Oh, my God. We just traded Graves. All right, well, we're heading back to Ottawa, tied 2-2. Winner meets Montreal in the conference final. This is a must-win Game 5 for us, for sure. All right, Branstrom gets the first Nakamura. And we get the win. Stützle, Ruzicka, and Andrews gets the goal. Wow, right there. So we're up 3-2 in this series. Winner meets Montreal in the conference final. Come on. Come on. We could win it here in Buffalo. Let's win it here in Buffalo. Period 1, 2-0. Period 2, 3-1. Period 3, 6-1. We're off to the conference final in year 10. Look at that. Sam Reinhart finally gets on the board. Owen Tippett and Branstrom get goals. Charlie McAvoy as well. All they really had was Nakamura, and that is it. 6-1. We are meeting the Montreal Canadiens in the conference final. It will be Vancouver versus the Chicago Blackhawks and the Montreal Canadiens versus the Ottawa Senators. So there will be a Canadian team in the finals. Now, throughout this career mode, that's not been a problem. There's been many cup wins. I think Edmonton's won one. I think Toronto's even maybe won. I don't think Toronto's really won. We've won one, so it's not been a problem for Canadian teams to win the cup. Let's check out Montreal's roster. I went the wrong way down the line. All right, Tolnavin, Trevor Wong. He always has us, man. Christian Fisher as well. Bjork, Dylan Lark. They got a good team. They have a good team. I know Montreal has a good team here. Yeah. All right, this is going to be a tough test against Montreal. Let's check out the stats, though. Let's check out some of the stats right now as we take on Montreal, this tough Montreal team. First of all, let's see how because they swept. So 6 games against Flyers, and they got a swept. All right. So we're going to be in here for a tough go. That's for sure. My nose is itchy. So Montreal has scored 1 more goal than us and has given up less. Their power play ain't good. Their penalty kill is really good. And they're perfect on the road. And we're nearly as good on the road as well. So this will be a really good road series. I'll tell you that for sure. All right. Stats-wise, we'll check out their stats as well. Stutz is leading the way with 15 points in 12 games. Gensel as well. We don't really have a... Owen Tippett's been really our leading goal scorer, right? Yeah. Goalie-wise, Corso's 8-4. All right. 3 shutouts, though, for Corso. So really good stuff from him. Montreal, how have they been doing? Emelin's 8-1-1 with 2 shutouts. Okay. Skater-wise, Larkin, Wong, Drouin. Okay. So they have a really high-octane offense, it looks like. All right. Biggest test right here against Montreal. Let's get it done. We're at home, too. We have home ice as well. So here we go. Game 1 against Montreal, period 1. Oh, boy. Wow. Not a good game. Not a good start. Not a good first game at all. 5-0. Jesus, this Montreal team is built to win. Oh, my God. Are you mad? 5-0 in game 1. All right, well, we got to step it up here in game 2. I'll tell you that. Let's step it up. Come on. 3-2. Oh, my God. Oh, my. Who is this Montreal team? We've been outscored 12-4 at home in 2 games. 12-4 in the 2 games we played at home. That's embarrassing. Oh my God. Okay, we gotta step it up here and back in Montreal. Come on, let's take 2 from them. Let's go. Shabbat with a goal. Oh, for God's sakes. This Montreal team's just built to win. Wow, we're gonna get taken down by Montreal in the conference final here. Come on. Let's go. Game 4 in Montreal. Come on. Get a goal. Please. Tie game. Yes, there it is. Eliza Andrews. Alfredson gets a goal. Alfie gets the goal. All right. We're not really back in the series, but we're on the ropes here. We're on the ropes. We're still on the ropes heading back home for game 5. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Period 1. Uh-oh. Come on. Period 2. Let's go. Hold it. Hold it. There it is. Zuccala with 2. Perfect stuff. Perfect stuff. Come on. Come on. Winner will face the Chicago Blackhawks in the finals. Come on. Let's put Montreal. Let's get Montreal on their ropes here. Let's go. At the Bell Center for game 6. Please. Come on. Period 1. Gensel with the goal. 3-2. 6-3. It's going to be a game 7. Oh my God. I'm sweating. I'm sweating in the suit. Gensel with the goal. Kukkonen. Zuccala scored 2. Alfie with the goal as well. Reese. Oh my God. Major stuff here. Come on. Game 7. Game 7 in Ottawa. Who would have thought? Let's go. Oh my God. I'm sweating. Period 1. Okay. Drouin. Period 2. Please. Period 3. Oh, the comeback falls short. And Montreal hangs on to go to the cup. Reinhardt and McAvoy with the goals. Oh my God, are you serious? The comeback falls short in game 7. You know what that feels like right there. I have the same gut feeling as I did when Chris Kunitz scored that goal it pains me. A comeback. We had all the momentum heading our way into that Game 7. Montreal's on their feet. And we just kept fighting. And then we just lose out in Game 7 against a really strong team. Man, that's tough. So it's Montreal versus Chicago. Montreal only had 93 points. Chicago had 89. Oh my God, are you serious? Montreal is already deemed as the playoff favorite. My question is, where was Owen Tippett? He had no points in that conference final. None. No points. Other people look at Stutzla. Stood on his head, basically. Corso, even though he had it rough, he stood on his head in those last 3 games. Bloody Owen Tippett. My God. He could have, he fell off. It's same thing. He was a point per game player midway through the year. He fell off. And he lost. He could have had a chance to be point per game. He fell off. He lost it. Every single time we've been in the playoffs, he's been somewhat of a flop. I mean, he got injured that year, but 1 point in 3 games. He was on pace in these playoffs to have a good year. And then just the flop. Owen Tippett. The man who always messes up. The man who always under-succeeds. But man, oh man, what a year. After last season, last episode, where I was sat here in the dumps thinking this episode would be terrible. We fired our coach. Laurent Gaucher shows up. I got to write down his records now with us. Laurent Gaucher pulls up here with his second best season in his coaching career. And he brings us 1 win away from a Stanley Cup final. Oh, man. Oh, man. Man. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. We got some time here. We'll look at all the player stats as we'll do it right now. Incredible stuff. 10 years. 10 years, and that's it. We're done. If you look at our oldest players, Ilya Mikheyev never reached 1,000. I know that for sure. He reached 809. He played... Oh, yes. He played in Philly. He played in Chicago and Philly before coming to us. Again, he would play on the 4th line. He was injured, but he still, for the 4th line and injured, he still put up somewhat good points. Jake Gensel definitely surpassed 1,000 games, I'd say. Yep, 1,037. The age of 35. He's played 6 years with us. He came over in the trade for Brady Tkachuk. And this year, he did all right. 69 points, better than last year. He definitely showed up this year for sure. That top line was dangerous, I'd say. And so there you go. Sam Reinhart, 76 points. Not his all-time best with us. Actually, he was 1 point away from beating it, or tying it at least. But again, he was doing all right. Should I mention? He's at 1,076 games. Thomas Chabot, he's been with the Sens his whole career. He didn't have his best season either, but 1,010 games there for Thomas Chabot. 600 points the lad has. Not bad. Did Charlie McAvoy, is he over 1,000 yet? How long is Charlie McAvoy with us then? Oh, he had 3 years remaining. So Charlie McAvoy, if we ever did 1 more year, he would surpass 1,000 games and midway through the year. So there you go, Charlie McAvoy. Did all right with us this year. He was not all that good in Boston. Owen Tippett, also was a part of that deal. I think we sent Colin White to the Florida Panthers. He came the other way. He never really bloomed until this year. Then again, he was playing on the second line, but he was with Timmy Zuccala, and he never really had it. Although he did have records. This year was his best season ever. So there you go. Is there anyone else that we should mention? Eric Brandstrom. All those other guys, they weren't on our team. Eric Brandstrom, again, whole career with Ottawa. Within 2 years, he would have his record for sure. But 522 points. 64 this year. That's not his best. His best was actually in 2023 when he had 70. But he was not far off from 70, I'll tell you that for sure. And I don't know, I need to see his stats. I should probably look at his stats before and after we traded Jet Wu, because it probably got better. Tim Stützle still got a whole career ahead of him. At the age of 28, 600 games done, 460 points. He's had his best career year this past year. We got to the 7th game of the conference final. Can't believe it. Matt Alfredson, how did Alfie do this year? 18 points. He's on the 4th line. Can't really blame him. In the playoffs, how did he do? 6 points in the playoffs. Not bad. 6 points, not bad. He did score 1 goal against the Canadians, I believe. Goalie-wise, man, what's going on here? Oh, it only shows stats. For some reason, I thought it was going to show points. Rod Corso, career year. Once again, only with 2 career shutouts. He likes to keep it close. He likes to keep the games close. His numbers weren't all that great, I'll be honest, but he held it in there. 33. He's only the age of 23, so he's got a whole, and he's elite, high elite, so he's going to be he's got a whole career ahead of him. Ty Primo, stellar backup this year, 11, 4, and 1. That's a great save percentage right there for being a backup. He's at the starter role. Apparently he doesn't want to do bad, but whatever. But overall, that's it. I mean, I don't think there's anything really to put in the record books, I don't think. He's still got 2 years with us, so he should be able to be close to that Chris Phillips record at least. But no one's ever going to catch. I mean, Rod Corso, if he plays another 6 years with us, which his contract says that, he should be able to pass Craig Anderson's record. But yeah, no, that's that. There in a season, nothing was ever broken here. You really can't beat the mid 2000s Ottawa Senators teams. You can't. You really can't. Reinhart had the most with 77 at one point. Tippett had 37 goals. Rustica 50. Corso had 1 shutout. Rookie-wise, Zuccala did really good. Zuccala did 18 goals, not bad. Wins, Rod Corso had 29. Oh, that's actually, we did get a new record. Rod Corso had wins for a goaltender, because I think the previous one was Philip Gustafson with 28. Rod Corso had 29, so there you go. And then Philip Gustafson had the shutout record all-time as a rookie in 2028. In a game, no records were ever broken there. So there you go. So that's it. Oh, of course, Jared Pratt. What a Pratt. Of course it was Pratt who did it. But there it is. The 2030 Ottawa Senators got to Game 7 of the conference final. My holy green screen moved. Game 7 of the conference final against the Montreal Canadiens, who surprisingly had that bad of a record. I'll be honest. They had a really poor record for how good their team is. Their team was way better than ours. And, you know, if we didn't have those 2 first bad games, the series would have been different. But, you know, you look back at it now, we're done. Actually, hold on. One last thing we'll do here. We overall, as a general manager of this team, finished with 449 wins, we finished with 303 losses. And $68 overtime losses. That's our record, all time. Fantastic stuff. I don't know really what the overall that win percentage is, but overall that is 814 games played by this team all time for me, and that's 10 years on. Obviously, we'd have to look at, while we honestly, I don't mind extending this at all. We look back at the coaches, and Laurent Gaucher only had this year for the playoffs. We only missed the playoffs 1 year, and that was last year. Even our we missed the playoffs 2 years, and that was our first year and our second last year. We go to the playoffs here. Laurent Gaucher, I got to look this up now, had 11-8 playoff record with us. But then we got to go find Mr. Let's see if he even got signed too, because he might have got signed. Let's see. No, Jamal D'Agostini's still sitting there. What was his all-time playoff record with us? 40-37. So, you look at his record. Now we do the playoffs. That is 51 playoff wins. And that's 45 playoff losses. So, overall, not a bad record. We had a winning record every single year, I believe, except for last year. That we were, I think, right? Because Jamal D'Agostini's first year with us was a winning record. Yeah. We had a winning record every year. Every year. Even when we missed the playoffs that last year, we had a winning record. But that's it. So that's going to do it for me, guys. It's been a fun ride. And now, it was too bad. We were just short of a Stanley Cup final. Imagine, I didn't want to say it, but I was in the back of my head when we were making that comeback against Montreal. I was like, imagine we won the cup in this year. This game rigs me and just says, you know what, we're gonna make you win the cup in your final year. So imagine how weird that would have been. But that's gonna do it. 10 years, nearly 450 wins. It was a hell of a ride as a GM. Ups and downs. Players that I probably should not have traded got traded. Players who I brought in should not have probably been brought in. But whatever. We'll be back next Tuesday for episode 1 of the Seattle Kraken franchise mode here on Zucker TV. But thank you guys so much for coming out. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow morning actually, with a Bayern Munich watch along. That's at 9:15 a.m. But if you're just here for the Ottawa Senators, we'll be doing an Ottawa Senators watch along at 12:45. That's the start of the live stream. The game will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow against the Calgary Flames. But as I mentioned, next Tuesday, as of right now at 1 p.m., we'll be back with the Seattle Kraken episode 1 franchise mode. So I can't wait to see you guys all there. Anyways, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and please like the video. It's awesome. It's awesome. Is awesomely a word? It is greatly appreciated, and I thank you guys all for it. So what a ride for this franchise mode. Thank you guys so much for watching this whole series.